What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Now this morning I just cannot seem to do anything right. Somehow I simulated all the round 4 games before I was about to go and record this. So we'll quickly go through, have a look at those scorecards and then shoot into round 5. So as you can see, wow, an absolute smashing there by the Vikings. They win by 6 wickets with a lot of time left over. The Shredders just nothing whatsoever on the board, only 97. So that is very, very surprising. Following game, the Sharks taking on the Wolfpack. Wolfpack pick up their first loss, 253 chased down in 48.5 overs. Farmworth getting up in the runs here, 117 off 107. Master Blasters, they stay unbeaten. They haven't won all their games, but they have had a draw. They are still unbeaten. They get there, again, you wouldn't say comfortably, but get there quite nicely. McIntyre, the captain there, taking them home, 92 off 95. Dan Barnes, he scored 100. Can't take that away from him. And Captain Tommy I can't even say his name, 60 off 65, and I'm just struggling completely this morning. The Cyclones get up over the Bashing Bulldogs. That is a big win for the Cyclones, their first win of the season, and as you can see, 264 plays 218. Mackenzie, man of the match there, 47 odd out off 41, and 2 for 46 for the captain, so really leading by example. And the last game, the Royal Hiney getting up against the Boundary Bashers. Just had to check that I was recording because I'm sure that probably would have happened. Duff finally getting in the runs, 117 off 129, but at the end of the day it wasn't enough. Frost gets up, he gets 103 off 136. Callis, the wild card, 79 off 84, and Spriggs, a well-made 45 off 33 deliveries. So that is done and dusted. I am sorry about that, but I honestly don't know how I did it. I think I was trying to adjust my camera. Must have hit the simulate all button on the controller. But that's alright, we're going to move on. The Shredders, they've got the bye. The Sharks are taking on the Snipers at the Shark Tank. Second versus last, and the Snipers, they'll be looking for their first win of the season if they are looking to go and carry on their defence of their title from last season. They've got off to a great start. Dobbs has got them off to a great start. He got Bray first for none off 2. Then he got Cosmos for 8 off 10. You can't ask for too much more than that. And then Clapton getting Turnbull. So this is a great start. Now, what I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to speed it up to 30% just because we have had that little bit of, I wouldn't say, well, it is an error. It's an error on my behalf. So just to get through the games and get through the episode in roughly about the same time, we are going to put it up 10%. And it doesn't actually make too much of a difference. I've just gone and passed my 50, but a nice wee partnership being put on by myself and Farmworth. He's passed 52, and all of a sudden, very good position going into the last 15 overs. There's a ton for myself. What a season we are having, batting up the order, I must say. Tyson Bennett has got Farmworth for 59. Clapton gets myself 113. Dale goes and gets Dean. And 251 is the total that the Snipers are chasing. So, did really start to come back towards the end there, the Snipers, with some late wickets. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. But 251 still very, very chaseable for their first win of the season. And now we're into round 5, so it is probably high time that teams down towards the bottom do start going and picking up some wins if they do want to go and make the top 4. Same as teams that are up towards the top of the table and at the top of the table, they want to cement their place early on in that top 4, because anything, as we saw last season, can happen. The Snipers, I think, heading into round 8 or round 9, were bottom of the table, couldn't win a thing, and then boom, came back and just absolutely smashed it. Speaking of smashing it, both Sydney Sampson and Lapakis getting up there in an absolute emphatic fashion against the Sharks. What a way to start their, well, get their first victory, I should say, of the season. Sampson 118 off 118, Lapakis 106 off 108 deliveries. They get up there with just over 5 overs left to go, 9 wickets in hand. Big win for the Snipers, moves them up off the bottom of the table. The Sharks, for the time being, stay in second place, but I don't think that is going to last too much longer. Moving on next to the Master Blasters taking on the Vikings. We're going to do this one at 30% as well, guys, just to go and to get through here today. The Master Blasters, they are batting first. We did see a good knock from Captain McIntyre in round 4. Can he replicate that here today? Russell started off with an absolute bang. He has gone and passed 50, striking at more than a run of ball, and Quinton de Kock in there too, providing him with some good support. 104, I think, was on the board at the 20 over stage. So you can't really complain too much about that. And very strange, we did have some low-scoring games in round 4 that we did see, but today it has really been high-scoring. De Kock can't quite capitalise on that great start. He got 85 off 93, caught and bowled by Roberts. Russell, in the meantime, he's gone. He is past his 50, and McIntyre's carrying on his explosive form. He is striking it well over a run of ball. And may even possibly, in fact, he has gone and got to the 100. He's got to the 3 figures, I think 102. And 327, I believe, is the total that is being chased here by the Vikings. So that is the biggest of CCL Season 3 that we have seen to date. And what a perfect start for the Master Blasters. They've gone, picked up 3 early wickets. Hess getting Perkins and Thompson. Patterson chiming in with an LBW against Bath. And a lot of work to do here for Roberts and Illingworth. Probably the core of this side. I think they've been there almost since season 1, day 1. And Roberts, he's gone for 45 off 63 to Irie. And things aren't looking good, and this is looking like it is going to be a big win for the Master Blasters, and they will definitely go and take that. Illingworth, he's past his 50, but in the meantime has gone and got out for 56. Spearman has done the same, 52 off 60, I believe, but not enough. The Master Blasters getting up by 93 runs in the end. Absolutely clinical display. McIntyre, another 100, back-to-back hundreds for him, I believe. No, he didn't score 100 last week, but back-to-back big scores, and 105 not out off 79. That would have to be close to one of the fastest hundreds we have seen this season. But Hess, he gets man of the match. He really did it for the Master Blasters. 4 for 44, I'd say, off his 10 overs, so a very good effort by him. So we've done that. Moving on now to the Sledging Cyclones and the Wolfpack. Wolfpack picked up their first loss last time around. The Sledging Cyclones picked up their first win. So this is actually a big game. There's a lot of... Well, everyone's very close when it comes to that middle part of the table. So every point here counts. I know we are only in round 5, but, you know, there's still... Well, we're about halfway through. I think we must play 11 rounds, so we've got the bye in there. But very close. And a great start from Travis Head. He has gone past 50. He's got there at over a runner ball, and he can't ask too much more than that. Smith didn't quite get there today. Got a start, 17 off 21, but couldn't quite go and capitalise on that there. So they'll be looking to go and try and peg this back, the Wolfpack. Head, 79 off 89, couldn't quite go and convert to that big score. Kapoor, he's gone past 50 as well, and it's a good wee platform that they're going and putting on here heading into the last 10 overs. We'll be looking probably at a score, you know, around, I'd say, 250, 260, which is definitely going to be defendable, and they may even get a little bit more than that. They get 270 in the end, so it's going to be a good chase for the Wolfpack here, and a great start from Mackenzie. He has really been leading from the front, you know, these last couple of games. Man of the match last game. Good with the bat, good with the ball, and he's done it here again today. He's got the early wicket of Cook for 21 off 15, but the other two there, you know, just hanging around, just building a nice wee partnership, and that's what Vanderberg, he will want. Everson, he's gone past 50, and probably is time now just to up the scoring rate a little bit. Allen gets Everson first for for 74 off 95, and then Mackenzie getting another one, getting Morris for 32 off 63. And that is exactly what the Sledging Cyclones wanted. They wanted those wickets, and they got 2 new batsmen out to the crease very early on. Griffin passed his 50. I'm a little bit late on that one. And so did Vanderberg. Made it quite a lot closer than I did expect in the end. A nice wee display of hitting towards the end of the innings for the Wolfpack. But it wasn't enough to chase down the 270 set by the Sledging Cyclones. They pick up their second win of the tournament, second win in a row as well. And we move on now to the Royal Hiney taking on the wicket takers. This is a good chance for the Royal Hiney to go second by themselves, so they will be looking to take advantage of that there. So they are actually bowling first, and what a great start. Third ball duck for Dan Barnes. He's gone for none off 3. Warner and Ellington, such a dangerous combination. We've seen what they've done in the past. Can they do it here again today? We'll have to wait and see, but they've got off to a ideal start apart from losing that first wicket. Both players nearing 50. Warner's just past his, and Tommy Ellington is just behind, finally getting some strike and finally getting over the line there. But a good platform and a great partnership these two have gone and put on. It's moving towards 200 at a very rapid rate, but Tommy just can't quite get there. He's gone to Callis for 98 off 100. Then Romeo went, then Cameron went for 12 off 6 to right, and then Callis picked up his third of the innings, 1 off 7, Hesselgreave. But in the meantime, David Warner, he passed 100, finished 124 off 45, I believe, and I'm not 100% sure I'm not too sure what they finished on, the wicket takers. So this will be very interesting. But a great start by Green, Allen and Cook. All three of the wicket takers bowlers in the runs. Well, sorry, not in the runs, in the wickets. And that is just continuing to show here again today as Lindsay is gone to court for 25 off 21. And it is going to take a lot of work to get up here. Frost, he's hanging in there. Well, just as I say that, I put the kiss of death on him. 65 off 84. Crook, he'll be looking for a promotion. He's just gone and hit a 50. I personally think 6 is a little bit low for him. Gone for 66 off 76. And then Connor gone for 10 off 19. And again, I'm not 100% sure what the Royal Hiney are chasing here. They have put up a good chase in the end, but falling 46 runs short. So a 50 for Cook as well. He got 50 off 38. And Warner, man of the match, 124, not out off 145 deliveries. Means the Royal Hiney don't take that chance to go up second by themselves, but they do still sit comfortably in third position. The final game, the Boundary Bashers taking on the Bashing Bulldogs, and again, this is a game that both teams will want to win, because a win here today really catapults them up towards that top 4, and that is exactly what they want coming in 9th and 11th into the season. Duff, he had a good game last season. Last game. He had a good game last game. Here we go, that makes sense. Has struggled throughout the season, but backed it up with a big 100 last time around. He'll be looking to do much of the same. Peter Darcy, he's gone and passed his 50. He's striking at just under a run a ball, and Duff has carried on that good form. He has just scored 52. But the strike rate a little bit concerning, and he is now back in the shed as Clancy picks up a couple. He gets Duff first for 59, then gets Darcy for 79, and then Hesselgreave gets a wild card, AB de Villiers for 7 off 10. But it is still a very good start that has been put on here by the Boundary Bashers, and Faz gets a couple, actually gets 3, and it's 265 that the total that is being chased. It is nice that I do have a little bit of a delay, and I can go and look over at my laptop and see what teams do score, but 265 is what is the total here. We've had a couple of early wickets. Fisher gone to low for 13, and then the captain, Cameron, 4 off 2 to Ilya, so not the greatest start from him. Durrant got Bolton for 29. Ashcroft is gone LBW to Darcy for 50 off 50, so he, you know, got that start, was striking at a run a ball, and then just went and kind of threw it away a little bit, which will be disappointing for the Bashing Bulldogs. But they are still in a very good position heading into the last 10 overs. Remember, 265 is the total that they are chasing. Earl very, very close to 100. In fact, he has gone and passed it, and he has seen his side home. So he's seen the Bashing Bulldogs get up with 1 over to spare and 6 wickets left in the bag. Let's see what that result does to the league table. And as we can see, the Bashing Bulldogs have gone up just over the Boundary Bashers. The Snipers have dropped back into last, but the Master Blasters, they have put on a great start to the season. Still unbeaten after 5 games, 4 wins and a draw, and they are 3 points clear at the top of the table, so you cannot complain a lot about that. But it shows you how close this tournament was. It's the same as last year. 4 through to 9, all on 4 points, just being separated by net run rate at this stage. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you had a good weekend and have a good start to your week. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I've got more Don Bradman cricket, my career, coming your guys' way. Make sure you do not miss that.